Michael Jordan's flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful with the basketball, and he would change gears on you and change direction really, really quick. It's just amazing, man. If you see it, in person, it's like, we're like, oh, we start a fast break, somebody's gonna get dunked on, and it's gonna be Michael dunking on somebody. In the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Bulls was really getting to figure us out. Joe Dumars used to guard him first because that's the beginning of the game. Then once he got out the game, I had to go guard him. I don't think anybody else could have guarded him. John Salley, Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, no. Whenever he got the ball, I'm pretty much like nose to nose with him because I didn't want him to do anything to embarrass me. I'm gonna name the Jordan rule. If he goes to the hole, put him on the ground. If you see some of those clips, you'll see that we just hit him every time he goes to the basket. And he's always on the ground, like in pain. But he always gets back up. He learned after a while, man, that he just took control from there. I think people really saw one of the best performances in the NBA when Michael played against us. And we didn't let anyone do that against us. But almost put 50 on us quick. Check his resume out. It's awesome. It's like, wow, this guy is amazing.
The L traversing away from the iconic Chicago skyline and the Sears Tower. It's our backdrop for postseason basketball. Welcome, everyone, to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm Kevin Harlan with Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. We have Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Mike, I hope you can hear me. This Chicago arena is rocking right now.
Well, this city knows how pivotal this game is for the Bulls. It's a must-win situation for Chicago, and they'll need to be at their best to stand a chance.
Oh, and that won't be easy. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, Clark, have so far been stifled by this great Piston team.
Well, the Pistons are known as the bad boys, and for good reason. The defense is suffocating, it's physical, it's disruptive, and it's unrelenting. Chicago has to find some way to get their offense going in this series.
As you always say, they hang their hats on their defensive play.
That's right.
Here now, a look at the starting five for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Laimbeer, the fearsome frontcourt pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting five for the Bulls. Paxson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post at the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons' defense, so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged up against them. They are both intimidating and effective.
The drive by Jordan. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
Pretty artful dribbling display by Jordan there, and it completely baffled the defender.
Pass to Edwards. On the wing, Dumars, defended by Jordan. Rodman sets a screen. Here's Thomas. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And Clark, with the Pistons and their defense, they've also imposed what they call the Jordan rules. What is that?
Well, I tell you, it's 10 eyes on Jordan at all times, sending doubles, triples, and traps at Jordan whenever he has the ball, Kevin. And they know he's the key to the Bulls' offense, so they're really trying to cut him down with a lot of bodies and a lot of physicality. And so far, through the first two games, it's worked.
That's a good explanation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
And Clark, Isaiah Thomas, just 8 points in game 1, and then he had 10 points in game 2. He wants to get it going tonight. You can just feel it.
Absolutely, and you figure Zeke will have to be better than that. I mean, he's too good of a player to put up numbers like that all series long.
Yeah, I agree. Now, here's Laimbeer. Shot clock at 5. Back to Thomas. Good, and it's Laimbeer with the assist that time.
We talk so much about the defense of Laimbeer. You can forget, for a big, he's a real good passer.
Paxson passes to Grant. Now here's Jordan. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And it's Pippen missing. And the Pistons with possession. It's a three-point game. There's the pass to Laimbeer. Dumars against Jordan. Laimbeer with it. Here's Thomas. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Even though he's a smaller guard, Thomas is not afraid of attacking inside. Really good work there.
Mike Fratello, Michael Jordan, through the first 2 games has been solid. But we know he is capable of more.
Just 20 points for him last game. I would imagine he does everything in his power to put up bigger numbers than that tonight.
This could be an all-timer. Now, here's Dumars. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Grant against Laimbeer. Back to Thomas. Passes it to Rodman. Clock at 6. This one for 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. And it's Grant that time on the assist by Jordan.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Edwards. He can't get that one to fall. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Mike, the Bulls have had some turnover problems in this series, and that is something they're going to have to avoid here.
Without question, 19 turnovers for them last game. You know the Pistons bring the pressure. Bulls have to minimize unforced errors.
Especially at this stage of the season in big games like this. Now, here's Rodman.
Bulls foul. Bill Cartwright. First personal foul. Second team foul.
So it's the Pistons now. They trail by 3. Pass to Rodman. 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Pippen with the steal. And there's a steely determination about this Chicago Bulls team. And with more on that, let's go across the way to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Michael Jordan has been silent with the media this week, but not with his teammates. Craig Hodges says that Michael talked to them. Nothing motivational, just normal. But the Bulls coaches had a different demeanor. They want to stop the early Detroit runouts, stop them early in transition, and they want more offensive rebounding. Guys?
Thank you, David. More than 19,000 fans in this arena await the fate, Mike, of Chicago.
Detroit has come into this building and won 9 of the last 11. That's making a pretty good statement, especially in a place like Chicago where it's tough to win.
Big statement, you're right.
You know, this Pistons team is so strong and focused on the road. I don't think the crowd in Chicago is going to be any problem at all for them.
And the Pistons with the second-best road record in the league. A team full of veterans, they have plenty of composure to spare in this series.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him.
The perfect leader. Isaiah Thomas runs the show at the point, but he also leads the way in the locker room.
And both free throws good for Thomas. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 3-point lead. Kicks it to Grant. Paxson outside. Cartwright inside. Edwards there. And good that time. Here's Thomas. He's got 6. The 9-foot shot. Oh, that's blocked. The Bulls found success with pressure on defense. And here we go again.
And the Pistons up 2-0 in this series. They are completely in the driver's seat. The onus is on the Bulls to make the adjustments to get back in this series.
And I'm expecting that Coach Jackson will certainly have to mix things up, Mike. The Pistons are a monster, but they aren't invincible, especially with the team that has Michael Jordan.
Now, here's Thomas. Scottie Pippen unable to get his shot to go. Lambeer with a screen on Jordan. Thomas kicks to Dumars. 6 to shoot. Over Paxson. And Dumars gets it to go.
Great use of the mid-range. Joe Dumars pouring in 2.
Thomas against Paxson. And he makes good on the wing. 9 points for Jordan.
The story of their offense so far has been just that, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Thomas against Paxson. On the wing, Dumars. From 11 feet away, again the Pistons good for 2.
Such an opportunist. Dumars sure knows where to get his shots.
Outside Pippen. To the middle. Cartwright gets the bucket.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Thomas surveying the D. 1:22 left in the first quarter. The pass to Rodman. Back to Thomas. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
And the Bulls seemingly over their injury issues now. Paxson's ankle and Jordan's hip are looking close to 100%.
And you know, Mike, it was obvious how those injuries impacted the Bulls early on. In games 1 and 2, their backcourt was just not at full strength.
MJ showing us all how it's done.
Now, here's Dumars. Edwards, a screen on Jordan. Dumars, the pass to Thomas. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Thomas got 8 points.
You know, I think they've got to show a little more anticipation dealing with these screens, because right now they're just laying on them and getting stuck.
Look, you have to go over the top or duck under. Right now, they're seemingly trying to go through the screen.
Now here's Rodman. Following the miss by Michael Jordan. Down low, Paxson with the steal. It's Pippen on the wing. Rodman covering. Here's Jordan. And the rebound goes to Edwards. Outside Thomas. Here's Edwards. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals here in Chicago. The Pistons trailing.
And early in this series, the Pistons have had a big bench advantage. A lot of points chipped in from the second unit. It's a problem for the Bulls.
Here are the 5. Detroit has to start the second quarter. Sally is out there with Aguirre. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Thomas. And it's Lambeer. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Pippen, following the bucket by the Pistons. Passes it to Armstrong. Jordan outside. 6 on the shot clock. Neely the pass to Jordan. They get the rebound. Here's King. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Jordan against Johnson. Pass to Thomas. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Thomas got the lead up to 3 now for the Pistons. Hey, Clark, remember in game 1, the Bulls only managed 12 points from their bench.
But they did get it going in game 2, Kevin, but so did the Pistons. I think the Pistons have a deeper and more battle-tested bench. Somebody on Chicago's side is going to have to really step up.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Pippen doing what he can to draw the contact while in the act of shooting. That's just a good veteran move there.
The Bulls have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Pippen.
Known as an elite defender, Pippen is also more than capable of shouldering the offense sometimes, too.
And both free throws good for Pippen.
Looking at the Pistons, you have to appreciate their approach. They play to their strengths and keep a very level head throughout the game.
Now, here is Aguirre. Sally passes to Lambier. Aguirre against Pippen. They grab their own miss. Lambier can't connect from short range.
Always rough to miss a layup like that. The defense bothered him for sure.
That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3. And with the Pistons' approach, Clark, it's almost methodical how they go about things.
Kevin, it's not only methodical, it is maniacal and physical. And that's what being a champion does to you. This team knows they're great. They feel if they play their game, nobody can beat them physically, but more importantly, emotionally and mentally.
So confident.
That might as well be a layup if you give him that much space.
You have to do a better job of taking away space for him, especially when he's lining up at a 3.
Jordan is doubled. Here's Armstrong. Jordan trying to free himself up, and it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Pippen. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Right side, Thomas. Sally with a screen on Armstrong. Here's Thomas. King with the block.
You take a look at this Pistons offense, and they run an awful lot of pick-and-roll action effectively because they're an excellent passing team, and they work really well together.
Got it in close, and that just about always helps.
Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for them.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
Lambier against King. Outside, Aguirre. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. Mike, looking at this Pistons offense, the pick and roll, the screen roll game is very deadly with Isaiah Thomas.
And it opens up everything for them as well. The team plays very unselfishly, always looking for a great shot and rarely settle for bad ones.
Very smart team. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good by Pippen.
Excellent confidence on display there from Scottie Pippen. Feels like he can take and make these shots whenever he wants to.
Thomas against Armstrong. Bounce pass, Thomas. Shot from 16, and the shot goes in from Aguirre. Aguirre's got 6 here in this quarter.
Expertly placed bounce pass, avoiding interference and getting it to the shooter.
And Thomas with a very hot start, Mike Fratello, to start this game.
Well, it looks like his offense is no longer a concern. Great job by him to get involved early on.
And for a word about the Pistons' second unit, we send it to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, typically the Pistons only play 8 guys, but they may go 12 deep now. Scott Hastings has started something called the Bench Bandits in Detroit. they wear rubber bands on their left wrists. And if one of those last 4 guys isn't paying attention, they snap it. It's kind of a painful way to stay focused. Guys, back to you.
It seems that way. Something's working, though. Mike, in the first 2 games, Pistons bench outscored the Bulls bench by 30 points.
That's a whopping margin. It's been no contest. A major storyline in this series.
Agreed. The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He's off on the first. So for the Bulls, Bill Cartwright, he's checked in for King. Grant comes in for Neely. And Hodges subbed in for B.J. Armstrong. And then for Detroit, James Edwards checked in for Laimbeer. And it's Dumars in for Johnson. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Well, the Bulls have done a much better job, Clark, limiting turnovers in this game.
And it seems like they've made a concentrated effort to be more careful, to squeeze that orange a little bit better. You can see the change compared to the last game.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Pistons trail by 7. And here is Thomas. 10 points for him. Outside Dumars. Pass to Edwards. Here's Thomas. Offensive rebound. Aguirre. And the rejection by Pippen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
Hodges the pass to Cartwright. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Jordan is doubled. And the pass to Hodges. Offside Pippen. Pulls up on the wing. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Pippen's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Pistons. Coach, a tough stretch for this offense.
I'd say they need to get back to what they do best. Right now, that's a question mark.
A big question mark. So not much success for Thomas against the Bulls yet in this series. Jordan inside. Covered by Dumars. And Jordan throws it down.
With an attack on the rack.
Woo. He's obviously very comfortable finishing above the rim.
No problem at all.
And with that ability, he makes defenses very uncomfortable.
And Detroit has possession. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Edwards. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Edwards got 6.
See, I think this is where you let James Edwards go to work. He's so smart and difficult to defend in the paint.
Bounce pass Pippen. And they double up Jordan. And Isaiah Thomas picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Dennis Rodman. He's checked in for Sally.
Team foul. Now into the lineup for the Pistons, Dennis Rodman.
Here's Jordan. Grant the pass to Cartwright. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Pippen. And Thomas pulls it down. Pistons trail by 9. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Dumars. Chicago grabs the miss.
And he can't let that miss eat at him. He just got to come right back and take it again when left wide open.
Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 9 points in the quarter.
And Jordan is simply amazing at finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him or who, he finds a way to score.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
He made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Here's Thomas, following the basket by Michael Jordan. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Aguirre. Rebound by the Bulls. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pippen against Rodman. Cartwright gets the bucket. He has 6.
Keep doing work inside. Close range looks like that will keep your lead safe. Stay on the attack.
I agree. The defense has to shut the door on those kinds of shots if they want to turn this around.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome, everyone, back to Chicago. It's the Bulls and Pistons in an Eastern Conference Finals showdown. Pistons trail by 13.
One thing the Bulls need to make sure they do is attack the rim. They settled for way too many outside looks the first few games. You need to test the Pistons inside.
Cartwright is out there with Grant. Then there's Pippen. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Paxson in at the 1 spot. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Now, here's Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
How do you expand the lead? Increase it. It takes good play on both ends.
Yeah, it's not just about buckets, not just about stops. You need both.
Pippen in particular, Clark, shied away from driving early in this series, it seemed.
Well, Kevin, the Bulls know the Pistons are going to touch them up, be physical with them when they drive the ball. But they need to get over that and go with reckless abandon and strength to the basket. Settling for outside shots is not going to win them this series.
Here is Paxson after the basket by Detroit. Jordan the pass to Cartwright. Paxson outside, lets the 3 fly. Bill Laimbeer with the rebound.
And got to be honest here, I mean, he should have made that.
I bet it's not going to affect his confidence, though. He's going to keep taking those shots.
Now, here's Dumars. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Grant. Here's Pippen. He takes it in, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Dennis Rodman picks one up.
Smooth with the ball. Pippen is tremendous on the bounce.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good from Pippen.
And regardless of how this series goes, what a successful year it's been for Chicago. 55 wins, the 2nd most in franchise history.
Both shots good from the stripe. Hey, Clark, no matter how this series shakes out, you feel the Bulls are poised for something bigger in the future.
Clearly, Kevin, the foundation is laid. They've got a star and a really good core group. I think it's just a matter of growing this group together, maturing, becoming more confident and physical, and you could see them competing for a title in the very near future.
We've seen this process before. It takes time, sometimes, for teams to get by a tough opponent.
Great point, Kevin, and there's no denying it. You don't see teams become championship teams overnight. There's a seasoning and a journey that's required to become champions.
Now, here's Paxson. And the shot goes down. Pippen's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, I tell you, Pippen's length helps him close to the rim. Uses that length to score through contact.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
Just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. He's pretty much dictated the pace with the steady offense inside. And the timeout right now, probably going to be making some adjustments.
Here's Thomas. A slam dunk by Thomas.
And, you know, these teams met 5 times during the regular season, and the Pistons won 4 of those meetings. That has to be a factor in the back of the minds of the Chicago Bulls.
Here's Cartwright. He has 6. Grant trying to break free. Cartwright gets the bucket. Cartwright's got 8 points.
Good find there by Grant. He's a really solid decision maker who plays within himself and within his role.
Pass to Lambier. Here is Edwards. He is guarded by Cartwright. A fadeaway. Edwards can't hit. If you look back to the prior year, Mike Fratello, the Pistons won all 6 regular season games and the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bulls.
It's a budding rivalry. The Pistons aren't intimidated by Jordan. Feels like these teams have been in each other's way the last few years.
Which makes for a great rival. Now Dumars. Mike, they are desperate to find a basket.
They're having a really hard time out there.
You're right. Chicago leading by 17. Here's Jordan. Tries again. It's blocked.
Nice awareness from Lambier on defense. Sees the shot forming and gets there for the rejection.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Chicago making some changes. Will Purdue's checked in for Cartwright, and Neely subbed in for Grant. Johnson, he's checked in for the Pistons. Took him no time at all on that one. Jordan's got 22.
I like that they're putting in the work, trying to build this lead out.
Because in the NBA, no lead is safe.
Pass to Rodman. Paxson against Thomas. Pass to Edwards. Over Purdue. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
They got a great look. Close in. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go through the hoop.
Jordan, the pass to Purdue. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 6 assists here tonight.
You know, when the defense allows Purdue to get that kind of positioning inside, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. He's just got too much size.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
That's a little bit of icing on the cake right there. Putting on a show while they enjoy a big second-half lead.
Well, Thomas started off hot, but Clark, he's once again having a hard time finishing plays against the Chicago defense.
And, you know, Kevin, it looked as though he had figured things out in that first half, but since then, Zeke has definitely cooled off.
Now, here's Paxson. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Rodman in the high post. Pippen on him. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And it's Pippen with the jam.
You know, Pippen doing a nice job recognizing where the lane was on that fast break.
So it's Detroit now. Thomas with it. 12 points for him. Johnson outside. Now the pass to Lambier. Shot clock at 6. And another turnover here by Detroit. Armstrong's checked in for Chicago. And Detroit with a change here too. Sally, he's checked in for James Edwards. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 14-4 run. Passes it to Neely. Here is Purdue. From 12 feet out.
Bulls foul. Will Purdue. First personal foul.
Aguirre's checked in for Detroit.
Pistons substitution. Mark Aguirre.
And after that great start to the game, the Pistons have made the right adjustments for Michael Jordan.
You know, the Pistons don't just give in or roll over, not with this defense. I mean, they'll always throw a new wrinkle in if a player gets hot.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And Detroit has possession. And yes, it's good. Thomas got 14 points.
It's easy to jack up three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work.
Pass to Neely. To the inside, Armstrong. Here's Purdue. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The 7-footer playing tough. Purdue goes into the interior coverage and gets the foul.
Bulls shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Will Purdue. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And at 7 feet, 240 pounds, you can count on Purdue to set good, hard screens and thusly free up his teammates to create on offense.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Thomas from 12 feet out, and it's in there. 16 points for Isaiah Thomas. And Thomas, Mike, continues to be a big factor on the offensive end for Detroit.
Well, you knew it was coming. Isaiah Thomas is not a 9-points-a-game player, and he was due for a big one.
Very due.
How many other guys can do that? Michael Jordan, everybody. You can't top his showmanship.
Here are the Pistons with the ball. It's Thomas on the wing. He's covered by Armstrong. Thomas against Armstrong. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the high post. Almost, but it rolls out.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Open for 3. Unable to get that one. And it's Detroit the other way. Just his first attempt. Johnson can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 23. Jordan up top. He's guarded by Johnson. Pippen with the wide open look. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist. Jordan's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Johnson outside. Lambira screen. The 10-footer. Johnson's shot is off.
Solid defense down low, defending the rim.
Outside Jordan. And Jordan slams it in.
Not surprising at all to see Jordan piling up points, playing with a lot of determination and grit, and insisting on being aggressive looking for his shots.
Johnson surveying the floor. They need this. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Jordan. 26 points for him. The pass to Purdue. To the paint. And it's Pippen missing. Shot from 12. Thomas, that's good. Thomas got 18 points in the game.
Well, I think the defense has to guard Thomas a lot better than that. He's really good in that mid-range area.
And so it's Chicago, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. Here we go, the fourth quarter on the way in this crucial Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And you look at the coaches in this matchup. Obviously, the Pistons have a legend on their bench who has won a title. But the Bulls have shown well under Coach Jackson. A high percentage look. Can't get closer than that.
And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. We've got Rodman. Johnson is out there with Henderson. Then it's Bedford. And it's Sally in at the power forwards position. And Coach Phil Jackson in his first full year with the Bulls.
And you know, Kevin, Jackson has changed the offensive approach for this team. He was an assistant before with the Bulls, so he understands their personnel. Seems like a really good fit so far into his tenure.
Yeah, he was an assistant under Doug Collins.
Yep.
Inside, Rodman. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
Rodman ever ready to put his body on the line. He doesn't care about the contact as long as he draws the foul.
Dennis Rodman at the line for two.
No good on that one.
The hard-working junkyard dog throwback game of Rodman is part of what makes him so lovable and valuable. He's considered one of the greatest defenders ever, and he's also in that category as a rebounder, too.
And the second free throw, good. And they've been moving the ball, Clark, really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here is Hodges. Here's Jordan. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Jordan's got 28.
Tremendous ability to catch and shoot the basketball. He's got that shot in his bag.
Now, here's Johnson. Passes to Bedford. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing and misses it off the right side of the rim. Like they've captured an impressive lead.
Oh, yeah, they're in the driver's seat right now, Kev.
Both hands on the wheel. Jordan can't get it to go. Henderson against Armstrong. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. They set the pick. Johnson against Hodges. Johnson, the pass to Bedford. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And Chicago has possession. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
You don't want to give Armstrong too many of those looks. He's a reliable jump shooter who makes the most of each opportunity.
At the line for your Bulls, B.J. Armstrong. Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
As solid a rotational player that you'll find. Armstrong was superb at playing his role.
And he's good on the second. And here is Johnson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. From 11 feet away, misses off the left iron. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. King outside. Bulls moving the ball around. Now Johnson. And it's King with the rebound. King's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Hodges. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 8th assist in the game. Henderson with it. Johnson outside. Trying to get something going. Here's Bedford. Sinks the 15-footer.
Excellent distribution. That possession highlighting how important unselfishness is.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here is Purdue. Armstrong passes to King. It's stolen by Rodman. Pass to Henderson. Second chance shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Rodman is a selective guy when it comes to trying to score. He's not really hung up on his points, but he did a nice job there forcing the defender to foul.
Shooting for Detroit, Dennis Rodman, taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Detroit making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. And both free throws good for Rodman. Mike, they have been fantastic tonight, haven't they?
What a performance from them.
Purdue with a screen on Rodman. And Jordan slams it home. And the Bulls ahead in this one, Clark. They've minimized mistakes, and they have the lead to show for it.
Exactly, and you know, sometimes it's really simple. Take care of the ball, get good shots, and usually good things happen.
Detroit with the ball. The Bulls getting the bucket. Pass to Edwards. Another shot, and the layup is up and in.
Look at the 7-footer protecting the play. Edwards grabs the board and puts it back.
Edwards gotten 5 baskets in 12 attempts so far. In the second half now, and Mike, as we can see, Jordan continues to lead the way.
And you can't help but be impressed by the show Jordan is putting on. There is no way for them to slow down or contain his airness.
He's been wonderful. Armstrong's gone 1 of 4 so far. Rodman dishes to Johnson. And there's the pass to Henderson. On the mark with the 15-footer. Henderson's got his first basket of the night.
Nothing like setting someone up. Feels better than making a shot. To me, at least.
Purdue the pass to Hodges. To the paint. And the layup's good off the glass.
Making the correct decision. Hodges with the assist.
And the Pistons with possession. Outside Edwards. It's Henderson on the wing. Passes it to Johnson.
Henderson.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here he goes. And Detroit again with the bucket.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Now, here's Jordan.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Great D that time from Edwards.
Defense was right up in his face there, and it spoiled his attempt to lay it in.
Henderson dishes to Edwards. Edwards a screen on Hodges. And the shot is good from Johnson.
With him, the scouting report says you've got to go over the screen.
Absolutely. He'll hurt you from deep, so you have to fight through those picks.
Now here's Jordan. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jordan's got 32 points in the game.
Good defense. Does not matter. Jordan's unaffected.
And it's Edwards, top of the key. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Edwards. He kicks it to Henderson. Johnson up top. Down low. And Rodman with the slam.
The leaping ability of Rodman becoming a factor, taking it straight to the rim.
Here's Jordan. Count that one.
The Bulls are doing a nice job adapting to the rough Detroit defense. They know the contact is coming. Absorb it and go make a play.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
John Paxson, he's checked in for Armstrong. Detroit also making some changes. And Beer checks in for James Edwards. And Aguirre's subbed in for Dennis Rodman.
And the athleticism of Jordan is out of this world. Simply just an incredible player who does whatever he wants on offense.
Now, here's Johnson. Sally kicks to Johnson. Out to the right wing. Here's Aguirre. Purdue with the rebound. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And he banks in the layup.
They have shown up at just the right time, putting the finishing touches on this game.
This run absolutely closes the door on any chance of a surprise ending. That'll do it.
Now here's Henderson. 20 seconds left in the game. Pass to Laimbeer. Over Purdue. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
And Laimbeer, clearly a high IQ offensive player. He realizes when that mid-range jumper is the best shot for him to take.
Jordan looking it over. Over Aguirre. Money from the wing.
So many different tricks up his sleeve. Makes him a tough matchup.
Back in a game they needed to win so badly. Michael Jordan and the Bulls get the win. What a tremendous effort from Chicago.
Series now moves to 2-1, and the Bulls are very much in it. This team showed a lot of mettle fighting for the looks they got and converted when they needed to.
And for the Pistons, Clark, they'll be feeling the pressure in Game 4 for sure.
As they should. They don't want to let this series get tied up. Nobody wants to deal with the 3-game series against Michael Jordan. I'd expect them to bring it for Game 4.
I would too. For our reporter David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.